Let's talk. Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. If I don't talk to you, I'm trusting in this message, so I gotta drop a couple jewels. Did it for my people, need some guidance in they secret truth. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. If I don't talk to you, I'm trusting in this message, so I gotta drop a couple jewels. Did it for my people, need some guidance in they secret truth. The power in this game, they sick of being lied to. There's power in these words, so let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah, so let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. So let's talk. So let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah, so let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah, so let's talk. Sharing knowledge like college, corruption and all the violence. We talk about all our problems, we turn our words into power. When all our heroes is dying, the media making them monster like leaders stripper. They honor like history, they rewrite it. There's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah, so let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah, so let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Yeah, so let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk. Let's talk. I said there's power in these words, so let's talk.
Hey, my people, what's going on? This major TV. Let's talk. How you doing out there? What's going on? Peace and blessings. Good day, family. What's going on with y'all? I see 6 watching. Want y'all coming and join the chat. I see Khadija. How you doing, sweetheart? Peace and blessings. Khadija said peace. Peace to you, sister. Said she in the building. And I'm talking about. Hey, if you don't want y'all get in the chat, show me y'all down with Major TV. Y'all know how we get. We get at it. Khadija said, blessings, black family, salute, made salute, sister, how you doing? My girl Janet, Grant in the building, greetings, how you doing? What's up with y'all out there? How you doing? What's up, what's up, what's up? Sadness. Love, blessing to each one, real tough. My people, just chain the building. Shalom. Major, what's up, bro? Got some win today, huh? I see you. Kenny Cosby, how you doing? How you doing? What's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? Got a special presentation. I got some special people in the house. Real talk. Pizza, Salam, how you doing? Queen, you alright? How y'all doing? 17 watch. Come on, let me get some 17 chats. Communicate. Let me know what's going on. We got a special presentation. And I'm gonna bring my guest in there 1 second. But I have to first say this. Thank everybody for the donations. I want to thank you for the love and support. I want to thank the people that was out there, the beautiful black people out there supporting Jim J legal case. It was special just being around you all. I loved it. I really loved it. I love you all for all the comments, all the prayers, all the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I told you my channel cannot exist without you. Real talk. And I want to give a special thanks to GMJ, Supreme Commander InFact, for welcoming his home or his world to be correct. Allowing him and I to have a personal, deep communication, very, very deep. Kept my word that I want, repeat things I've seen, and the only things that I'm allowed to speak about. I thank him for the interview. And it was definitely a blessing, just to be in the presence of the brother that's really trying to fight for true liberation for black people. So I definitely want to do that. And I want to get into what we've been talking about in a little bit. Shout some more people out before we get it popping. My girl Nicole in the building, Shalom. How you doing? Sister Shalom. That turn the building. What's up, brother? We love you too, Major. Real talk. I have full guests. I'm bringing it in a live with me. We all taking business courses together, and especially y'all know about Cody. You know what I'm saying? What have you? But there's two other people I want y'all to meet. Um, they're good people. They're definitely about our people. But we have a special presentation, and I'm gonna just bring them in right quick. Shalom, Cody.
Shalom.
Shalom, Eric.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Joanne. Shalom, how you doing? Isn't that turn? What's up? That turn? Oh, I'm sorry. That's, my bad. All right, cool. At Black Wall Street. Hold up. All right? Oh, hold on. I got. Oh, that's the Black Wall Street. All right, cool. All right. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm tripping. I got brother Joanne in the building, Cody and brother Aaron. Y'all introduce yourself to my beautiful black family. We ride and die together. I apologize if y'all not getting my notification because I put it out and the Cody kept saying she hadn't seen my notification all day. Y'all know how YouTube, it suck. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you talk about liberating black people. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna let my guests talk to y'all, what have you, with a special presentation commemorating such a Black Wall Street and the odds against them. But I don't want to keep running my mouth. I want my people to talk. Start with Joanne first.
Shalom, family. My name is Juan, and I am currently in the comic book industry. Anyone who's interested in diving into that, I am getting into that aggressively, and to ride this new experience of being a content creator.
Thank you. What about you, Aaron? Won't you introduce yourself to our beautiful black family?
Shalom, family, shalom. Well, I'm Brother Aaron. I'm starting my own private security service and cybersecurity as well. And it's a pleasure and honor to go over this commemoration of Black Wall Street.
For real, thank you. I'm laughing in the chat, man. How you say, "Whoa, that's not me." I hit Joanne. I seen that turn there. I seen that turn there. What his name? I said, "Hold up, when that turn doing here?" But thank you for that, Aaron. I was just tripping off the chat. I apologize. Of course, talk to the sisters and brothers out there.
Shalom, family. All praises to the Most High for us being able to assemble tonight. And I just want to say, y'all already know I'm y'all friendly real estate broker. And it was an honor and pleasure to help put this presentation together. I pray that y'all enjoy and learn something and want to build and grow with us.
And y'all definitely give a special thanks to Cody for being an organizer, as well as Aaron, you know what I'm saying, for trying to keep stay on us, and Jawan just being creative. And more importantly, want thank special thanks to Brother Yande for teaching us and inspiring us to do this presentation. So y'all stay tuned as we drop this original presentation.
So.
Ain't my time that you build on the about they talk about me and just separate try to tell my Black Wall Street, black and wealthy, only 50 cents, only property. Man, secure my people. Blamed it on the ride, burned the city down. Hate to see us shine. Made the city into Tulsa for the black people. But it ain't about color, man, we all equal. But if you're black in America, they say you was slave days. Talking about the days when our people was brave. Better talk about the days when they think you was the ink. Not a town that you built, trying to start a foundation. Trying to find meaning and build separation. Trying to still smile in a world full of hate. We need an excuse to destroy what we built. Whole lot of black people, whole lot of wealth. And they really hate we did it all ourselves. They brought the city down, trying to wipe us out of the book. They needed an excuse to destroy what we built. Whole lot of black people, whole lot of wealth. Black, 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 Wall Street. Black and wealthy, owning businesses, owning properties, massacre my people, landed on the ride, burned the city down, hate to see us shine.
Commemoration of Black Wall Street success and the odds against them. Black Wall Street was a neighborhood in Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, that was created by the forefathers who are O.W. Gully, who was a child born free from slaves in Alabama in 1889 during the gold rush. He came down to Greenwood after hearing the word spread around about the free acres of land and protection. He started off as an entrepreneur by buying a general store in Perry, Oklahoma. He purchased 40 acres of land on the north side, opening up a room house for those needing room and shelter, buying real estate all over, and fronting loans for other blacks to start their entrepreneurship. Another one of the forefathers would be J.B. Stratford. He was a real estate tycoon. He was the son of a slave, and he was a lawyer in Kentucky. Once hearing the rumors of the gold rush as well and the opportunity for growth and protection in a neighborhood that would allow him to flourish, he came down and started opening up pool halls, shoe shine parlors, and boarding homes. He became a real estate guru by opening the Stratford Hotel, one of the largest in the country the nation had ever seen. Another one of the forefathers is A.J. Smitherman, who founded the Tulsa Star newspaper, the first black newspaper in history, founded right there in Greenwood. As the owner, A.J. took the time to always speak out against discrimination and informed all the blacks of their legal rights and representation in the Constitution, and also went around and rounded up veterans from World War I and started his own protection militia. He went up and down Oklahoma fighting off the KKK with their white mob terrorism. Lola Cotton Williams and John Wesley are another one of the forefathers. They're known as being one of the wealthiest entrepreneurs in Greenland, aka Black Wall Street, because they started the theater, the Dreamland Theater, which they owned and operated and maintained in the family heirloom. For education, Ellis Walker is another person that's one of the forefathers in the getting Greenwood off the ground for Black Wall Street. He was a teacher in Memphis, Tennessee. Ellis heard the word of the free land and opportunity and protection in the neighborhood and came and walked all the way from Memphis, Tennessee, down to Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and opened up Booker T. Washington High School. And he went from being a teacher to the principal of that school for over 35 years. Another forefather of Greenwood would be Simon Berry, who was an ex-pilot from World War I. He owned a Model T Ford taxi service that he started, and he also opened up his own bus line and a charter plane service for blacks specifically. There were 50 black ownerships that were founded in Tulsa, Oklahoma, aka Black Wall Street, that flourished. This allowed chance for opportunity, protection, and what is known today, to this day still, the most prevalent black entrepreneurial grounds and the most successful neighborhood in black history.
Success of Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Greenwood area. Black Wall Street in the Greenwood area of Tulsa, Oklahoma was coined the Black Wall Street due to its obvious mega success. On a 36-block radius, they included 36 grocery stores, 21 restaurants, 21 churches, 2 pawn shops, brothels, jewelry stores, hospitals, bank, post office, library, law offices, half a dozen airplanes, and a bus system. The dollar spending power was 36 times. The black people in Greenwood area knew that dealing with anyone outside the community could be a detriment. Racism was a reality, and being black was a problem. So it was in their best interest to build, spend, and grow as a community. When they did this, the community grew more than any other black community during that time. Black people appreciated being black and working together. The pride of the people was shown in their quest to build the community despite their envious neighbors. Thanks to O.W. Gurley, one of the most successful businessmen in Atlanta, Georgia at the time, and in Tulsa, he was a prominent, leading, successful businessman. He was considered a pioneer who first opened a grocery store in 1905 to serve the black community. Then he bought undeveloped land and built homes on the rent to blacks migrating from deep south. Gurley finally built a very lavish, high-end hotel that was once graced by W.B. Du Bois, who visited in 1921. Before there was already Donahue Pebbles, owner of the Royal Palm Crown Plaza, second largest hotel on South Beach in Marion, Florida. There was John B. Stratford, with the luxurious 54 Stratford Hotel, since the time the finest black hotel in the country. He also owned 50 rental houses and an apartment building. Stratford believed that if black people put their resources together and spend within their community, they will become successful and self-sufficient and ultimately independent. He became the richest black man in Tulsa. There were many other successful black men and women in Greenwood area. These black people should desire to beat the odds and do better was the blacks of Greenwood area of Tulsa. They were the epitome of from the bottom to the top, and now we're here. The history of the KKK. Ku Klux Klan. Historically, the first Klan used terrorism, both physical assault and murder, against politically active blacks and their allies in the southern United States in the late 1860s. All three movements had called for purification of American society. All are considered right-wing extremist organizations. Each era, membership was secret. Estimates total highly exaggerated by both friends and enemies. First Klan was established in the wake of the Civil War, was the defining organization of the Reconstruction era. Organized entirely in the southern United States, it was suppressed through federal intervention early 1870s. It sought to overthrow Republican state governments in the South, especially by using voter intimidation and targeting against violence of African American leaders. Each chapter was anonymous and highly secret as to membership plans. Its numerous chapters across the South were suppressed around 1871 through federal law enforcement. Members made their own, often colorful costume robes, masks, and conical hats designed to terrify and to hide their identity. Black Wall Street in much of the country, the years following World War I saw spike great attention, including the resurgence of white supremacist groups, Ku Klux Klans, numerous lynchings, and other acts of racially motivated violence, as well as efforts by African Americans to prevent such attacks on their community. By 1920, when the fuel by oil money, Tulsa was growing, but crime rates were high, and vigilante justice of all kinds wasn't uncommon. Tulsa was also highly segregated city. In most of the city's 10,000 black residents lived in neighborhoods called Greenwood, which included a thriving business district, sometimes referred to as Black Wall Street. We'll call it Tulsa Racist Massacre. On May 30th, 1920, when a young black teenager named Dick Rowland entered a elevator at the Dexel Building office building on South Main Street. As a part of that, the young white elevator operator several page screen Rowland fled the scene. The police called, and the next morning they arrested Rowland. By the time the rumors of what is supposed to happen on that elevator circulated through the city's white community. A front page story in Tulsa Tribune that afternoon reported that police had arrested Rollins' sexually assaulting Page. As evening fell, an angry white mob was gathering outside the courtroom demanding the sheriff hand over Rollins. Sheriff Willard McCullough refused, and his men barricaded top floor to protect the black teenager. Around 9 p.m., a group of 25 armed black men, including many World War I veterans, went to the courthouse to offer help guarding Rollins. After the sheriff turned them away, some of the white mob tried unsuccessfully to break into the National Guard armory nearby. With rumors still flying for possible lynching, a group of 75 armed black men returned to the courthouse shortly after 10 p.m., where they were met by 1,500 white men, some of whom also carried weapons. Greenwood burns. After shots fired, chaos broke out. The outnumbered group of black men retreated to Greenwood. Over the next several hours, groups of white Tulsians, some whom were deputized and given weapons by city officials, committed numerous acts of violence against black people, including shooting an unarmed black man in a movie theater. The force believed that a large-scale insurrection among black Tulsians was underway, including reinforcement from nearby towns and cities with large African American population fueled the growing hysteria. As dawn, as dawn broke on June the 1st, thousands of white citizens appeared to the Greenwood district, looting and burning homes, businesses over every 35 city blocks. Firefighters who arrived to help put out their fires testified that Rowlers had threatened them with guns and forced them to leave. According to a later Red Cross estimate, some 1,256 homes were burned, 215 others were looted but not touched. Two newspapers, a school, library, hospital, churches, hospital stores, and many other black-owned businesses were on the building destroyed and damaged by fire. By the time National Guard arrived and Governor J.B.A. Robinson had declared martial law shortly before noon, the riot had effectively ended. Though the guardsmen helped put out fire, they also imprisoned many black Tulsians, and by June 2nd, some 6,000 people were under armed guard at the local fairgrounds. Aftermath of Tulsa race riots. In the hours after the Tulsa race riots, all charges against Dick Rollins were dropped. The police concluded that Rollins had most likely stumbled into Page or stepped on her foot, kept safe in the guard in the jail during the riot. He left Tulsa the next morning, reportedly never returned. Oklahoma Bureau of Fire Statistics officially recorded 36 dead. 2001 State Commission examiner of events were able to confirm 36 dead, 26 black, 10 white. However, historians estimate the death toll may have been as high as 300. Even by low estimates, Tulsa race massacre stood as one of the deadliest riots in U.S. history, behind only New York draft riots of 1863, which killed at least 119 people. In years to come, as black Tulsa worked to rebuild their ruined homes and business, segregation in cities only increased. Oklahoma's newly established KKK grew in strength.
From 1889 to 1907, there was a land rush in the state of Oklahoma. A land rush was when the government gave land to those that arrived first. Many so-called African Americans, some with Native American ancestors, made their way to Oklahoma hoping to build a community of their own. This area in Tulsa, Oklahoma was called Greenwood by 1906. In 1921, it was home to 10,000 so-called African American people. Greenwood, Tulsa was also known as Black Wall Street because it was one of the most successful majority so-called African American area in the United States. Almost all businesses were owned by the native people. The neighborhood was worth millions in today's dollar. Now, I reference my statement to that to say this. Imagine if that money stayed accumulated in the so-called black community in today's time. We can speculate that there would be an abundance of Aboriginal American heritage with generational wealth, with each household holding at least $1 million or more at a rapid rate. Not to mention the numbers in population growth globally. In today's current era, so-called African American people, the community is the biggest consumers in the world, spending about $5 billion in less than 24 hours. And that's on a one-day Black Friday event. We went from owning bus transportations and real estate agents to buying Jordans of our oppressor and invested heavy on the liquor industry. With the accumulated amount recorded in 2020 last year of $528.5 billion, and to double on that, new settlers from outside the Western Hemisphere to come in automatically pre-approved for a large amount of business and home loans to buy up the very property that gentrifies the so-called black community out of our home and onto the streets of our very corners.
Imagine a utopia, a community filled with people that look like you and love you for you and friends. Your children know those members of the community security force. A 21st century black community that can be and will be built, but it will take a community to buy into it. Inspired by Black Wall Street of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and noting how Greenwood Avenue thrived because the community was economically invested. Individuals such as J.B. Stratford, real estate investor, who opened the Stratford Hotel, was a prominent businessman. Stratford supported and invested in the community by building rental properties, providing homes for many. 100 years ago today, J.B. Stratford assets were estimated to be valued at over $140,000, and he lost it all in the 1921 Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing. Another leader in the community investment was O.W. Gurley, a real estate developer who lost an estimated $65,000 worth of real estate assets in 1921. At Wall Street of Tulsa laid the groundwork and designed a template for developing, retaining, and maintaining wealth in the community. Hey, Dr. Claude Anderson lays out the 21st century plan in his book, Powernomics. And he has also given us an opportunity to develop new communities along the I-20 corridor, which will be the corridor for the new high-speed rail system stretching across 5 states, scheduled to break ground in 2025. Traditionally, the I-20 corridor in South U.S. has been home to numerous Black communities. Dr. Claude Anderson's high-speed rail project provides an opportunity to reclaim land, develop land, and renovate existing properties along the corridor. This equates Wall Street, beginning with 5 states. This can be achieved by investing in a planned unit development project, which can be duplicated all across America. But we can definitely start with the area along the I-20 corridor. Planned unit development consists of a mixture of housing, commercial, and recreational developments. Focal point of each planned development will be a community learning center, with a primary mission being to improve the life of our children. They're our future, and they deserve to live and grow in an environment that is conducive to learning. will consist of science, math, reading, arts, music, and writing labs, as well as a gymnasium, weight room, and indoor pool. The center will provide parents with an alternative to public schools. Community Center will be the anchor storefront for the community mall. It will also house the community WellMed clinic, emergency care center, community grocery and garden, providing fresh fruits and produce daily. Several retail spaces will also be available for other entrepreneurs needing a storefront to operate their business. Examples of the mall will be Adolpha Community Bookstore and Coffee Shop, O1 Purified Water Hydration Station. Most importantly, a high-tech community security center located within the mall, providing security for the entire community. No need for government police. We will secure ourselves with the help of A1 Private Armed Security, LLC. There's more to the community. It's not just a mall. All work and no play makes a dull community. That is why it's imperative to build a community outdoor sports complex. Of course, there's housing. To you by Tamara's Realty, LLC, providing housing opportunities for homeowners and renters alike. Our residents will have the direct access to major buys, electronics, and appliances. Once you move into the community, all your electronic and appliance needs are met and delivered by major buy stores. This community plan offers job opportunities, housing, recreation, and security. A new 21st century Black Wall Street. Grateful to have had the opportunity to learn about the success of Black Wall Street in Tulsa. We will never forget the atrocity that led to Tulsa's destruction. We stand committed to rebuild a new Black Wall Street all across America. We pray this video inspires you to seek ways to contribute. It's time we #turn words into action. Thank you for watching, and shalom.
We talked the education system in Oklahoma then versus now, and any of the accomplishments or advancements that have been made to the education system. And were segregated during these times. White schools had better materials to use, which in essence gave them an advantage over their counterparts. Black schools didn't have much access to resources such as books, articles, other materials that white schools had, so that they were academically advanced opposed to African Americans. So from 1921 to about 2001, Oklahoma schools weren't required to teach about the massacre that occurred 2002 was the first year, and teachers had to incorporate the massacre into their curriculum. Washington High School was built in 1913 to help serve African American students. A quote that I came across when doing research is by Nelson Mandela. He says that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. The most important takeaways from this presentation is that African Americans need to educate themselves first. Secondly, we need to come together to support one another's business endeavors. In essence, this will stop our money from circulating in the wrong communities, and also it'll force other races to come to us for goods and services.
What if I told you that I love you, my brother, no hatred? What if I told you that hell was something that we created? Praying to that white Jesus to take you out of slavery. From New Orleans, baby, I seen a plantation. We gon' rep reparations. With my 40 acres, I want some type of compensation for my people labor. If you got your fist ball, well,
Hey everyone, thanks for viewing this presentation we did. Um, I want to thank everybody who was involved. Our instructor told us to do something about commemorating Black Wall Street, and we just got together and compiled some stuff and what have you. And I hope you all got something from it. And I know us that was really researching stuff, we'll find out a lot of things that, instead of just looking at the surface, we really was like finding out a lot of stuff that, I guess we just didn't want to look at, because you read something here and there, you hear about it, but to really go deep into it, like we was doing our research, it was really, really crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I thank everybody for being involved. But I'm gonna let them two speak, and kind of let people know what it was like doing your research and what have you on your topic. I'm gonna let Cody start first. Thank you for that. Thank you. What about your wine? What you got from your research?
Yeah, from what I got through my research, basically sums up to what my sister said, and as we were going along with this presentation, we were just really being some think tanks, and really coming up with some ideas on how we can globalize this time on the Black Wall Street 2.0. I think that with the technology that is growing, at a rapid rate, everyone's getting LLCs. You can get an LLC in the comfort of your home. You know what I'm saying? That's just the start of it. You know what I mean? So to be able to have that ability to move forward away from this government assistance, anything of dealing with government as they are moving forward to a government dictatorship. Um, we are in the brinks of segregating ourselves from this beast system. That's what I call it. You know what I'm saying? So, this here today, this presentation is very powerful, and everyone that's in here that's able to make it tonight, because we are truly getting together to say that we are here to own our Aboriginal, get back our land, to run our civilization as it was described in the book of Timbuktu. Um, so this is something that our people have been doing for civilization. The Black Wall Street, it was not only success as a community. We have ancient civilization, how we got together and built pyramids, you know what I mean? So we have examples of getting together as a people and doing amazing things, doing greater things than any other nation. So this to me speaks power that today, a couple days before 100, I want to say it's 100 years since the massacre of Black Wall Street, we are here today to be on this presentation to be able to bring our minds together and form this 2.0 of Black Wall Street.
Thank you for that, brother. What about you, Aaron? What you got from your research?
Man, where can I start? I'll be reiterating everything that my sister and my brother already said ahead of me. Just amazing how, as we've always been entrepreneurs, we've always been put in a muddy situation, so to say, and we always make a lot of something out of nothing. So being able to take a penny and turn it to dollars, and be self-sufficient and have a natural hustle, and to still go face those challenges and adversities and to capitalize off of that, and to be willing to give other people the opportunity and not be selfish. That's something that Black Wall Street commemorates. I just got that much more respect for the things that I found out, because that don't really hear too much about it. We just hear Black Wall Street, and then they give it like a quick second. So this piece right here was it was very humbling. We researched so much information. We were calling each other up trying to figure out how to sum it down, because it's just so much that you find out and it grabs you, and you want to talk for hours. It's just the history that they keep erasing and not letting us know, and then to see the survivors, how strong they are. To hear that young that lady last week, forgive me, I forgot her name, that was talking to Congress, and to just watch the strength it takes to adhere that. And that's a testament to our kings and especially our queens throughout history, because they've been on our side while we've been back and forth in and out of shackles physically and mentally. So, definitely to see how strong we stay up, and no matter what, we keep smiling, and we know that the Most High has us. So it's just a testament to those things that we know we've seen. Now we know where we've come from a lot more in depth, to know where we're at, to know where we need to get back to, and developing this kind of a network needs to happen all over the world, just not in America. We need to really strengthen our dollar, because as we see everybody else is coming in and the culture vulturing us, and I'm not saying nothing to put nobody else down, because we are always been friends with everybody. We've been a peaceful people that can do a business with anybody, but we let everybody come take from us, or we put more value into getting their respect. As we've seen in history, it only goes so far. So why not put the dollar behind us? Because everybody complains and everybody does a lot of talking, but then everybody walks in everybody else's office and keeps making their infrastructure stronger. Their bricks and their foundation stronger, while they're looking at us, and we got to save ourselves. We got to stop relying on everybody else. So with that being said, we need to invest in buying black. All due respect.
Thank you, brother. Let me put my 2 cents in it. To be truthful with you, my research was like you all. We was running over each other as far as we talked about it. What have you know about O.W. Gurley and John B. Stratford and a bunch of other people we haven't even mentioned. On like Mabel, I forgot her last name, Mabel Littleton or something like that. Think she had a beauty salon and what have you. She came to Tulsa with $1.50, and she had a prestige, I believe, beauty salon or what have you in the heart of downtown. But what amazed me more than anything was the fact that slavery, emancipation was like 50, 60 years out, right? These people stripped of their culture. their language, their religion. Um, it was really stripped of everything but the humanity. You know what I'm saying? To since whereas they had enough of ability to function and understand a foreign language or whatnot, right? And then activate that attitude of surviving and then winning. With a little time, they conquered something that the average person probably took forever to understand. The native tongue in Africa, they took not that long to really figure it out. Before you knew it, they had one of the most thriving black communities in this entire country. And people would easily go there and just become wealthy. And we got to remember, was spending power like 36 times the dollar just circulated through the black community. That is powerful, y'all. The difference between now and then is the fact that it was segregated, Jim Crow, racism at all time high. You can go do business or go deal with white people without being mistreated, probably beaten, not treated fair with wage or what have you, or doing business. They was really forced. See, we not. See, the reason why he was so mad with Donald Trump was just blatant. But see, now you got old Joe in there. You know what I'm saying? Old good Democrat out there just going to tell you want to hear, laugh, and whatever, vote for him or what have you. As soon as you get in office, can't get one bill out of him. Can't get one bill. All this stuff that happened to black people. Soon as agents, you tell about it, something happened to them, they get a hate crime bill. It's a joke how they treat us. It's a joke how we accept a lot of things. But I don't want to go too much off point. But I just want to say that's what I got from it. I really, really seen where this was going at. Give me 1 second. Would y'all please like this video? I see 40 people viewing. I would like to see 40 people in the chat. Now I see y'all chat. Y'all know how I do. I shout you out when I first start the channel. Then I get off to the content and I catch y'all on the back end and whatnot. Be patient with us. But we have a special presentation. We have to do a mission statement that as a class assignment about what we do at for with our business. We all black business owners and what have you. And we're gonna be doing that shortly. But we really we doing this. We're encouraging black business. We're also encouraging how to do business. Too many times we don't know how to talk to each other. We don't know how to convey a message if we trying to sell something or we trying to get somebody invest in us. And we're going through a business course that deal with business language, as well as dealing with business plans and what have you. Also dealing with investors and everyday people such as you if you're a customer, you know what I'm saying? Because we all are customers, you know what I'm saying? But the focus right now is getting correct language, business language, investment language, and making sense of it, and then know how to interact in the business world as well as with customers. So we have a assignment tonight to share our mission statement as far as our business and whatnot. And whenever y'all ready, we can do that. Or y'all want to talk more about other things in reference to the project. That's for anybody to answer.
I'm sorry, my brother. Say it one more time.
I say y'all want to talk in general about the project, or y'all ready to go in your mission statement, because that's assignment, and I would just let them know we about to do next, because this whole thing tonight was all about presenting and recognizing Black Wall Street, commemorating and remembering, what I'm saying, how great they were, and how they was just brutally killed, I mean, stripped of everything, So, I mean, I didn't want to just immediately jump from there going to our mission statement. I kind of want to know if y'all want to discuss other things about it before we go into talking about our mission statement, our companies and whatnot. It's a class assignment.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I gotta say we could touch on the whole idea on how we can orchestrate this and really be think tanks. I know the chat right now is going in about certain civilization that we used to build. All praises to the Most High on that. So that's probably another thing. Probably another big that I really want to touch on if everyone has a moment to hear about this. Back when we was building Tulsa, Oklahoma, to that level, to do it with the little resource that did have is impressive. I would say today it's a little bit different because now we are in a spiritual awakening, right? So now that we are more in a spiritual awakening, we can utilize this as a system that can almost guarantee that we can get this 2.0 going. You know what I mean? I think the Most High has got us up to this point to where we're able to get together and have this presentation. So I think everything happens for a reason, for sure, and I think this is one of them. I think this is one of the ways that the Most High is teaching us how to be self sufficient in ourselves. You know what I mean? To be self sufficient not only within ourselves but in the community as well. How we are able to you know accumulate our spending power within the community 36 times. That is powerful. And I know today we can probably double that times 2.5. You know what I mean? We could probably times 2.5. We could probably, see exponential amount of spending power in our community circulate before it even thinks about leaving outside of us. So, it's really it's really an honor to be here tonight. So that's what I want to say on that.
Anyone else have something to say? Real talk. You want to add something to that, Aaron? I guess not. But yeah, I mean, I do have to talk about address the elephant in the room. How we are deceived with these different parties called Democrat, Republicans. Like Malcolm said, I always say this. He said both of them are racist. You know what I'm saying? He said the South is covert and the North is excuse me, the South is overt and the North is covert. So one that's just blatant. You see how it is in the Senate, the congressmen and congresswomen and senators in Congress and South how they are. They're very vocal. They don't hide too much now. But the ones up north, they hide their hand. They throw rocks and they hide their hand. So when they got Trump out of office, which we know he was blatantly racist and he brought a lot of them out the closet, you got somebody who we know is a racist, but playing on blacks' emotions, knowing that they just want a slave master treatment just a little better than the last one. Still running behind that fake hope. And until we focus on taking care of self, because see, the problem is we don't even know how to love each other. We don't really know how to back each other. We've been taught to hate each other. We've been taught to stay away from each other because being black, trying to help each other. Something wrong with that, because you know why? Why would Khadijah, why would Aaron want to help me? And that's stuff we see. Why Cody really trying to help me? We never look at that it could have been from the Most High, right? We take the spiritual realm out of it. We go to hallucinating and thinking that it's so bad. But that's how it messes with us as a people. We have been taught to look at each other with a big question mark, wondering why you doing this, having a bunch of questions, but never looking in that person's soul spiritually with your third eye. You know what I'm saying? Because they say if you talk to a person long enough, you'll know where they're coming from. You know, everybody's not with the BS. Everybody's not out here with the games. But you have to use your spiritual discernment to understand it. Black people gotta work together. We have no damn choice. And gentrification is real. Systemic racism is real. And it's more mental than them actually execute. They got us so much in our place right now. It's to the point where we don't even realize that a lot of time because we heard about systemic racism. Soon we go through soon we knock on the door, soon we try to enter, we already counting ourselves out. Of course, you have to expect some kind of drawback or some kind of reaction that's not cool. But I always tell people, if you believe in the Most High, He get the white folks out the way, He get racism out your way, He get all kind of bad stuff out your way. Not saying you won't be challenged, because you will be challenged. That's just a part of life, right? So, doing this project, commemorating Since the Black Wall Street and the odds that was against him, it was special because I had a chance to really look at things and see how powerful and great we are as a people, and how we dropped our goal, how we're so happy to feel like we integrated with them, which I don't see why they make things integrated. Everywhere in this country, I don't care where you go at, you have segregation everywhere. You have blacks concentrated in certain areas, you got whites concentrated in certain areas, and other groups. You might have a little salt and pepper sprinkled together here and there. And I'm gonna be real, even where I stay at, only I think 3 agents there in my subdivision, mostly black. So they say the most segregated day is Sunday. I believe every day of the week, because we all divided. You know, and that's definitely by church, the powers that be know what they're doing. But if we can't learn nothing from Black Wall Street, we can say this: they seen the problem and they reacted to the problem by looking out for themselves and make sure they was all right. But today we don't do that. When we say when we look out for ourselves, we just look out for ourselves, not the community. You know, we talk about black power and unity, but we don't even represent our own walk. And that's sad. We pass black businesses up to go to Asian, Latinos, whites, Arabs, what have you, and not support black businesses. We would not start a business, and we can have the money, we can have the mind, because in our mind, we already counting ourselves out. It's too much foolery. There's too much nonsense and low self-esteem and brainwashing going on. It's sad. And the funny part, we listen to the music, we watch the movies, we talk to people, we be around certain atmospheres and whatnot. It's so much dysfunction. It's ridiculous. I protect my peace at all costs. That's why I keep my communication at bare minimum. I can't even get a healthy conversation with some people because they automatically go in that bag and just talking crazy, just loose lips shank ships, and that's not intelligent to me, you know. So doing this project was very special. I think that we got to talk about going in our community and creating something or encouraging people to create something. We talk too much. We have to go out there and do something. Like, we got to put boots on the ground. Boots on the ground, I mean, just start your business. Boots on the ground, encouraging other businesses. Blind black. And I'm talking about, it's nothing You should be buying if it's not black right now. It is a war. You know, it have to be dead needs. You gotta go somewhere else. And I know that it's not black business in some areas all over. I'm in Atlanta, so they're all over, right? But I know that we so messed up. We don't think about grocery stores. You know, we don't think about nail shops. Everyone in Atlanta got about you black, a bunch of them. I was in other neighborhoods I know. There are no black, like New Orleans. I know black nail shops where I'm from. It's the mentality we have. And it's so sad the stuff we listen to, the stuff we talk about, how we reduced down a little or nothing, and we don't even know it. And we're so busy worrying about what the next person have, what they're wearing, what they're doing, as opposed to getting yourself together. So I just had to say that. That just was a sidebar note on it, because for me it's like I'm just tired of people just whining. I'm just tired of people always have something to say but never want to put their best foot forward. They continue complacent with that, but they won't complain about everything they see. I tell people, you don't fight fire with fire. You fight fire with water. You put it out. You know there's a problem in our community. See how we watching how Tulsa was burned down? Well, that's how our community is right now. There's the poor community. But it's the spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. You know, we're not keeping our yards up, not keeping our house up. We're not even keeping our personal self up. We lack in basic scruples and morals, a basic self-constitution. And then we grew a lot of our kids going to be killers. You know, it's crazy. Like, we gotta deal with the police violence, we gotta deal with us killing each other. It's not cool, you know. So I just had to say that. I didn't mean to just be winning on you long-winded like that, but I just had to get that off my chest. Aaron, you back yet? Aaron C had a bad signal, what have you. We have to do our mission statement and stuff, and I don't want to keep dragging and what have you. But I can start first. Y'all want me to start first? A code in Juwan, y'all ready?
Yes, sir, my brother.
All right. Look, my name is Major. I have an online company. I have a real estate company. And y'all know I'm doing YouTube. I drive trucks as well. I'm throwing all it out there to you, right? And talk about my online company. I practically sell almost anything. And I'm good at what I do. I already put my online store at the on majorbuystore.com, and Cody also talked about it. You know, I sell almost anything. You're welcome to go on the website and go buy some, what have you. I list inventory a lot. I got a lot of stuff coming today. I have a small real estate company. I'm actually into looking at a deal. I got a few projects I'm looking at right now, really two for sure, that I'm looking at, what have you. I do the wholesaling, I flip, and I do the rental thing. I believe land and property is everything. And I'm even willing to invest in for as partnerships, you know. I'm open to that. And for the YouTube channel, y'all know what I do, you know what I'm saying? Major TV for life. I'm all about what? Real engagement conversation with the black community. You can come on my channel. You can work with me and network with me to go in the community, put boots on the ground like I did when I went out there Tuesday in Louisville and hung out with Jay Wednesday and did that big interview and what have you. I'm for the people, you know. The people have been investing in me through donations. I appreciate that. Y'all know I don't really lobby for that, but I've been reminded that you're doing God's work and you're for the people. And sometimes people just won't give you just because what you're doing, and sometimes they're not able to move and do the things you do. I humble myself. I said, "Kill, put my cash out out there." I'm gonna do the PayPal. I'm gonna accept the super chat, what have you. And y'all, been blessing me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let God put that on y'all heart. I'm not pushing that. But what I am pushing is that we come together and buy black. We come together and stop disrespecting each other and stop fighting each other and stop being so freaking petty. I took my own personal money and went to Louisville twice with the Lafayette. All my money, no donations. You know what I'm saying? And I even missed the flight for the interview. Had to pay X amount of money. And thank you for donating. Help me pay got half of that money back to the donors. I appreciate you. But for me, I do it for the people. When we learning that we have to know how to talk to people when we want to get somebody to invest in us, donate, or what have you. Now, I took my misstatement long and I apologize for quoted your wine. But in my YouTube channel, I want to kind of like talk to my people what's going on and why we're doing this. But our mission statement will be very simple. But I just want to go through a number of things I got my hand into. I even talk about the trucking company and whatnot, but things I have going on. So I just want to just present that to you and thank you for listening. Cody, you can go next. Thank you, Cody. You can go, Joanne.
So I'm gonna go a little bit into So I am Yuan, and I am CEO and founder of All Praise Hawaii Foundation. And here at All Praise Hawaii Foundation, the brand represents true to prophetic times and history that projects edutainment value that reflects our people. And I say that because we don't have a lot of images and storylines where our people really play the main character. In fact, some of the times if you watch if anyone's out there there's a manga or anime fan, certain times you have the people that look like us as the the goofy clown, or the guy who pretty much is senseless. So in majority of anime and manga, they hardly have our people playing the front for of protagonist main role, which this is going to shape shift of that, because not only is the storyline is going to be representative to what's going on today, but it's also going to give edutainment values and life lessons that you can kind of relate to and defer to, and you're like, oh, it's kind of similar, like simile with, you know what I mean, like so it has related scenes and things like that. So it's something definitely different, something that's definitely unique, and something that's definitely going to bring value to our people and help grow, especially with our children today who are deeply getting into books now. All praises. And I think with pictures that show images of our people plus a great storyline, is no better way to show your children that you can be whoever you want to be. this character, I want him to be a representation of that. That's why I have him as the A symbol, to represent a warrior. You know what I mean? Because anything we do, we a warrior at anything we do, whether it's a real estate, whether it's behind video editing, whether it's graphic designs, boxing, whatever it may be, you are a warrior, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So, and I want that A to represent that you can be a warrior at whatever you want to be. You know, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So that's my mission for that, is to bring content to you guys that will also give you truth. You know, not some BS of something that's already been fabricated, like the moon and the earth. I want this book to really dive into the truth based off around us, the frequency that moves, you know, the real hertz that the earth vibrates on. You know what I mean? Just to give you a couple of examples, just to dive in just a little bit of what I want to touch on. So, you know, I have big plans for this book. I pray the Most High He stick me then and through with the storyline, because I want to make sure it's accurate with the history that actually takes place in today's time, from what happened then to now. So that's my mission.
Thank you, Joanne. Beautiful presentation. You and Cody. Do y'all Aaron says stuff is choppy? Do one of y'all want to speak briefly about what he do? You know, if y'all want to.
Um, well, Adon is a A1 security service, so he's more of a security service.
Yeah, just announce who you're talking about, like the guest that like here. I know he's a brother of yours, so you just announce that what that brother do, because he having issues with his audio and internet.
Right. So yeah, he's a security service. He's basically is creating a cyber network to the point where anyone who's available to join his service, whether it needs to be a former military combatant, army combatant, or what have you. Whatever, it can even be a behind the cyber network. You know, maybe not to work with a computer to send out communication that certain things could alert us when certain dangers affect around us. So he provides a little bit of that. So he's trying to move it on an AI system base, where we can have a number, like how they call 911. We also have a number that people can reach us. Whoever working for the A1 security service in that area can also be reached, be dispatched in that area. So he's trying to disband globally, where A1 security services, when anyone's calling from any place of the globe, they're able to reach that A1 security service and able to get a dispatch out to whatever the situation is on.
Thank you for the presentation. With that being said, thank y'all so much for coming through. I'm gonna go through the chat and whatnot, and let my people know I see them coming. They coming through the chat hollering and what have you. But thank y'all so much. Y'all did a great job, and I'll be seeing y'all soon in class.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
All right, brother. Peace. Cody, you still on? Shalom, I'll speak with you. How y'all doing? What's going on? What's a special presentation that we had to do with class assignment and whatnot? I won't lie, I was tired when I did my presentation, so I sound very lazy talking. But thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with me for real. Like, go to the chat right quick. See what's up with y'all. Got a lot of chat. Okay. Nicole says shalom. How you doing, Nicole? What's up? Just a chance. Salute to the brothers and sisters who participated in Tulsa Home March. All praise be the most high. Yeah, I appreciate this. For real talk. That turn said, what's up, brother? We love you too, Major. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man. For real. DJ, like, Zach, salute to each one. Step up, more power. You already know.